tender. Literally melts in your mouth. Oh, good. Combats the saltiness. It's nice. And it was only $2.75. What a deal! Oh yeah. Oh, it is burning. Welcome to Cuenca, Ecuador. My last video about huecas in Cuenca was so popular, I decided to do a part 2. So huecas are traditional restaurants in Ecuador. They can often be described as hole in the wall, but it's really about good, authentic food at a reasonable price. Now, it's not always cheap eats. These are often the best restaurants in Ecuador. So I'm going to share with you 5 huecas in Cuenca that are traditional restaurants where you can get amazing meals and of course, amazing ají at a fantastic price. So I'm here at El Brujo in the San Blas neighborhood, and it is famous for one thing. As a hueca, it serves seco. Now, seco is probably the most popular singular Ecuadorian food in Ecuador. So while technically encebollado is the national dish of Ecuador, that is a seafood dish. So it's really much in the coast, and you can find it some other places, not so much in the Amazon, but seco is a dish that you'll find in the Andes, in the Amazon, along the coast. It truly is the national dish of Ecuador, and you'll find it everywhere. It's very popular to have for almuerzo as the second dish. Now, today I'm having seco de chivo, or a goat stew, at El Brujo Restaurante, which has been around since the 1960s. This is not their first location, but it just goes to show you that a hueca can be many things. It's not about being a hole in the wall. That hole in the wall can develop into a much bigger restaurant. A hueca is a place that you can get traditional food at a fantastic price, and they have amazing ají. And I think this place is going to tick off all 3 of those criteria. Now, the name seco literally translates to dry, but it is not dry at all. It's actually a meat cooked in juice. It's like a stew. But the reason we call it seco is actually kind of a comedy of errors. So along the coast in the early 20th century, the British had come here, and they were along the coast where it was so hot. And so during almuerzo, where you traditionally start a meal with soup, they were like, ugh, I don't want a hot soup on a hot day. Just give me the second. Now, Ecuadorians didn't speak English, and the British didn't speak Spanish, and so eventually this second was now known as seco. And the most popular second dish in Ecuador is seco. It's this meat cooked in a sauce. And so that's why we call it seco, even though it's not seco whatsoever. You can have seco of chicken, of beef, you can have it of ribs, you can have it of anything, including chivo, which is goat, and that's what we're having here today. So when they served the seco de chivo with this big portion of rice, Andreas thought something was wrong, and that's because seco is always served with 2 starches. So it could be plantain and rice, rice and beans, bread and rice, bread and plantains. It has to have, French fries. It just has to have 2 starches, potatoes, whatever it is. It's meant to be this big hearty meal. And so when they dropped this plate here, it just had the seco and the rice. He thought something was wrong, and I thought so too. And then I realized they gave us this side of bread. So indeed, there are 2 starches to the seco. Now it looks like it has this rich sauce. Seco is really all about taking that sofrito or refrito, like all of the things that are cooked, building the base of an amazing sauce, and then making very tender meat. Oh, this is tender. This goat literally melts in your mouth. It is that tender. They have cooked it that well. Now we're here at a really interesting time because the lunch hour has passed, so the lunch rush is gone. These guys are cleaning this place, like it's super clean because they're getting ready for the dinner rush. A lot of tables here, a lot of chairs. It's so popular here. If you want to try a really good seco place in the historic district, El Brujo is a great place to go. Now we've got the ají. every weka has to have a fantastic ají. I'm cheating a little bit on this one because Andreas already tried it and he told me this is hot AF. So I'm gonna just try a little bit to see if it's really hot. Because you know, I like to make fun of Andreas by saying Ecuadorians don't like things really hot. This is hot. Oh, it's getting hotter. This is really hot. This is like a coastal or a costeña style ají. It's hot. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of it on. I like the flavor. It's hot, but it's full of like really tasty tomato flavor. But we're just gonna take it easy with the hot sauce and then try a little again. Andreas thought I put too much hot sauce on. There you go. Actually, I'm gonna put a little bit just right on this. This is good. This giant plate of goat and rice and of course the bread is only $3. Such a good place. I can't believe this is the first time we've been here. This is so good. So for this last weka, I'm about to give a little bit of a masterclass in wekas in eating economical traditional food in Cuenca. So this is actually an agachadito, and it's like a pop-up restaurant. So agachaditos are traditionally stalls or street carts. They're the original street food. If they become really popular, they become wekas or hole in the walls, or they become a full restaurant. So right now we're at an agachadito that is actually a restaurant. It's called Negro Wilson, and it's in Nuti, but they're here outside the city stadium, not all the time. These agachaditos only come on the Fridays that the local team plays a football game in the stadium. So they start in the afternoon because they serve the local population, and then they're here through the night for the people who are going to see the football match. And we're so excited because one of them was packed. And so we were so lucky that someone was just leaving and we were able to take a seat. And there were a lot of different things on the menu, but what we decided to do is get the bandera. Now, bandera in Spanish means flag, and it means flag because it has stripes. So it's usually 4 different kinds of food, but it can be 3, it can be 5, as long as it's in a stripe. Usually starch heavy, so we have noodles and rice. And then we also have huatita. Huatita is pork tripe, and it's usually in like a peanutty sauce. And then we also have seco. So seco is that stew dish. It means dry literally, but actually it's in a stew. And if you don't know why it's called that, I explain it in lots of my videos. So, you know, watch more of my videos. All right, let's get this going. We're gonna start with the huatita. So as I said, it is pork tripe. Now here, I find tripe can be good, tripe can be bad. Here they serve it with some potatoes, and they cut it small. And it's usually in a really delicious sauce. So I find if you thought you didn't like tripe, I think it's worth trying. Also, I've got a little bit of rice in here because they're right next to each other. Oh yeah, this is good. This is why this place was so packed. I think everybody knows this is the best place to go. It has this very slightly nutty flavor from mani, which is peanut, and just a really rich sauce. These potatoes are perfectly cooked. It's raining out right now. This is like the perfect rainy day food. Also on the plate, I don't think I mentioned it, we've got some beans. So we actually have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the plate. We have some beans. This is a bean minestra, so like a bean stew. Not crazy about, they always call pasta noodles. I'll try the noodles. I mean, it's just a starch. It's like spaghetti in a really tasty sauce. And then this seco, I'm gonna try the sauce first. It's really good. All of these sauces, you can see, they've been simmering them for so long in these big pots. So good. And of course, you know, I wanna try this ají. So this ají looks just like a tomato ají. It could be spicier though. I'm gonna need to pour some of this out. This might be too spicy. Oh, it is burning. I knew I had put too much on it, and I did. So what I'm drinking here is Quaker. So it's an oat drink that's mixed with a naranjilla, which is a fruit here. Kind of hard to explain what it tastes like, but one of many Ecuadorian fruits that you should try. Very popular in drinks. The only other place I've seen it is Cotacachi. It's not a common drink for people anymore, but a lot of people grew up with it. So to have it is such a treat. Let me tell you, you don't eat. Pardon?
That's how you eat it.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna say, don't let anyone see you eat this with your hands, and Andreas told me, no, that's how you eat it. There are lots of napkins here, so. I need napkins. It's so tender. It's just falling off the bone. Can you believe all of this food is $3? And that is the beauty at eating at Aweka. You have this like home style food that's cooked and simmered. And then also, if you go to a busy place, you always pick the busy place. You know it's good, especially here. All right, so we're here at Super Broster number 2, and we're here to have Broster. So if you've never had Broster before, it is a plate of fried chicken, kind of like KFC style. But Broster isn't just about the chicken, it's about the whole plate here in Cuenca. So you've got rice, you've got noodles, and then you've also got a little bit of huatita. So huatita is this dish traditionally from the coast that has potato, pork tripe, and it's in this sauce, and that sauce has mani or peanut in it. This is gigantic, and it was only $2.75. Also, like a good hueca, it comes with fantastic sauces. So you've got your traditional ají here. This is probably like a tree tomato mayonnaise ají, and then also one of my favorite things absolutely is this parsley mayonnaise. And then what they do here is with your meal, they give you 2 cups, and then there's a drink. I'm assuming this is probably an horchata style drink. You can drink the whole thing, but that would be rude. So it's just so you can have a drink with your meal. But I just wanted to share just like the sheer size of this, like 2 huge portions of starch. We have a chicken breast and then all of this huatita. This is a huge meal. There is so much food here, so much food. We are splitting this, but also I brought some Tupperware containers because I think this is even too much to split. And so I asked Andreas, like, where do I begin? Should I just pick up the chicken? What should I do? Now he said to eat Broster, it's like you get a little bit of it all together. But what I'm gonna do is just try a few of the things. It's served with a spoon. If you're one of these people that needs to always eat with a fork, this is not going to be a comfortable experience for you. Maybe start traveling with a fork because not all places have forks. Standard noodles, pretty good rice. Let's get to the huatita. I do love huatita. The idea of eating pork tripe for everyone might not be your idea of a good time, but I actually encourage you to try it here because it's also with potato, and so the textural thing, you wouldn't even really know that you're eating pork tripe. Very rich, peanutty flavor, thick sauce. This is super, super tasty. Now let's get to this chicken. You actually get to pick what piece of the chicken you want to eat. I picked the breast. Guys, this is $2.75, this whole meal. I cannot believe it. So Broster is fried chicken, but like KFC style fried chicken versus just chicken that's just, put into the fryer right away. Oh yeah, it's good. Like cooked so well. Juicy. Crunchy on the outside, so juicy. It's really, really good. Okay, Andreas approves. This is how you eat it. But guys, we're not done. We're not done because we haven't tried. We need a little bit of ají. So this is like a tree tomato ají, but I think there's some mayo cutting it maybe. And then this parsley mayo, one of my absolute favorite things in Ecuador. Now, I think I have everything. Do I have everything? No on it. All right. This is Broaster dinner. That ají is good. It's really spicy. It's not too spicy, but that ají has got some bite. So Broaster chicken, $2.75. We are on Avenida de las Americas, and Don Bosco. So Don Bosco is the street that has the cuy and the ornado, but really here I recommend the Broaster. This is Super Broaster number 2. There's a Super Broaster number 1, maybe, down the street, not sure. But this is the one that is known to have the best Broaster in all of Cuenca. Let me tell you a fun fact. Did you know 78% of people who watched my last video were not subscribed to the channel? So if you're not subscribed to the channel, please do so now. And if you are subscribed, let me know which one of these 5 places would you want to eat at first. All right, so we are in northern Cuenca in the middle-class neighborhood known as Totora Cocha, and we are at Papas de Totora. It is a famous spot that is in the neighborhood, and a lot of people come by. It's on a main drag. It's really busy right now. So they're known for 2 things. They have lots of cheap takeaway, like just fast food takeaway. So I've got some salchipapas right here. Salchipapas are papas, which are the French fries, and salchicha. So it basically just means hot dog fries. And then also they have the cheapest burger in all of Cuenca. This burger right here is only $1. You'll see it's got like ham in it, burger, lettuce, tomato. Oh, it's also got an egg. It also actually has an egg in it. What a deal! All of this for $1. I don't usually like ham on my burger. It's very common in Latin America, but this is actually really good. Also, we've got some French fries in there. Mayonnaise, a little bit of ketchup, and of course this homemade ají, because we're at a good Hueca. They're not going to give you the bottled kind, and I'm just going to pray that it's not too hot. That ají is fantastic. So many people are stopping by picking this up. I can see why. It's even got some fries in it. It is like the perfect burger, and it's only $1. This is very much a local neighborhood. In this neighborhood, it's really growing along the main strip. There are so many good little spots to eat traditional food. And then, like, I think eating in Ecuador, you have to embrace the salchipapas. I actually rarely eat the hot dog part of it, but in Ecuador, there are so many potatoes. And so the French fries here are so good. In fact, they have certain potatoes for French fries, certain potatoes for roasting, certain potatoes for certain dishes. And so you really have to embrace this way, this potato. You gotta love the potato if you're in Ecuador. And so I love salchipapas simply because all of the sauces are so good. That ají is so freaking good. So this was $1.
Yeah, everything's $1.
Everything is $1 here. And then right next door, they've got Super Pizza, and it's all $1. So one of the things I love about shooting these videos is that I discover a lot of fantastic places as well. And doing a part 2 of Huecas in Cuenca has really forced Andreas to kind of think outside his normal favorites to other places that he loved but also may have forgotten. Now Mickey's is an interesting spot. From the outside, I would have never thought to come in. For some reason, it continues to defy any kind of Disney copyright law, and it has existed for decades and continues to have all of this Disney signage and things outside and inside. And so Andres was telling me that, you know, decades ago, having a place that had French fries and hamburgers, that was not so common in Cuenca at all. And that also, this was really a spot that high school kids would come to. You'd go after school, and people now in their 30s still come here today. So the most popular dish here is called Plato Mickey, which is like salchipapa. So it's got those famous fries with a hot dog on top. And then it's got like a deconstructed hamburger to the side. So it's like a burger and all its toppings with no bun. That's what we're gonna try. This place is also known for seco, but I have featured seco a number of times. So we're not gonna try that today. Okay, so this Plato Mickey is by far the most popular dish here at Mickey's. And Andres explained it that it's like you don't have to choose between salchipapas or a burger. You can have both. And then I asked but yeah, why does the hamburger not have a bun? And he said, that would be too much. So the reasoning here is to have fries, a hot dog, and then a burger without the bun. That's not too much. This place is also famous for this mayonnaise. Everyone raves about this mayonnaise. And so it's in all most likelihood just mayo that's been mixed with tomato, but we'll see. It does taste like it's just mayonnaise mixed with raw tomato. But everybody loves it for some reason. I don't know how I feel about that. I think that's like one of those things that if you grew up with something, that you think it's amazing. Thankfully, they also have some tree tomato ají. So I'm gonna try a little bit of that on the French fry. Oh, that's hot. That is hot ají. But I still think it's better than the mayo. It is really hot. This is the hottest ají we've had in a little bit. Take it easy with the ají if you come here. Ketchup in Ecuador is interesting. It's not like Heinz, and sometimes I'll let you look at it. Sometimes it's like, it looks like a sugar syrup or something. Very sweet. Oh, good. Combats the saltiness. It's nice. If you're one of those people who you're on like some kind of keto or paleo, but you want to cheat a little bit and have some fries, I think this is a good spot. Join my Patreon community for more behind the scenes and exclusive content you won't find elsewhere. You can also find me on Instagram, and be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. All of these things make my day. Thank you so much for your support.